Hey, it's Crazy Katie, and today we're going to be looking into one specific block, the composter. So what inspired me to come up with this video is the addition of the crafter in the latest 1.21 update. So I'm going to look over some quirks that I noticed and how to get the most use out of this. So to preface the video, this is not the most efficient bone meal farm you can make. This is just some neat tech that I found. Just make a moss farm if you want to be efficient. We do not do things efficiently around here. So anyways, do you know that baking a potato increases the amount of bone meal you get from it? Each potato that you compost has a 65% chance to add to the composter, but baked potatoes are an 85% chance for some reason. So in these barrels, I have some potatoes, and I'm going to run these composters. And then we get 6 bone meal from this, and we get 8 bone meal from this, which is about what the math says. So if you just bake your potatoes, you get more bone meal from them. Another thing, this is actually useful. So if you compost a pumpkin, it's a 65% chance to raise the composting level, so you get about 6 bone meal per stack. But if you craft them into seeds instead first, seeds are only a 30% chance, but you get 4 seeds for every pumpkin that you put in. So you end up almost doubling your bone meal output. So right here, I have a stack of pumpkins and 4 stacks of seeds. Let's run these real quick. We ended up with 5 bone meal. We low rolled it a little, but over here, 11 bone meal. We also low rolled, but the math says it's about double your bone meal. So if you're using pumpkins for composting, then you can either craft them into seeds first or set up an auto crafter at your pumpkin farm. And this is actually a pretty solid source of bone meal. But it goes further. So we stated before that 1 stack of pumpkins is about 6 bone meal. And the seeds give more bone meal. If you shear a pumpkin, you get 4 seeds and you keep the pumpkin. Carved pumpkins actually harvest for the same amount of bone meal as a regular pumpkin. So if you take a stack of carved pumpkins and 4 stacks of seeds, put in a composter, all of a sudden you turn your 1 stack of pumpkins into 18.46 bone meal. And there we go. We got a lot more bone meal than just 6. This is some very stupid tech, and I love it. This might be my favorite thing, though. So cookies. Cookies are more bone meal efficient than wheat and cocoa beans. So wheat and cocoa beans, those are each a 65% chance to raise the composting level. So if you take 2 stacks of wheat and 1 stack of cocoa beans, put them in a composter, you get about 18.76 bone meal. But cookies are an 85% chance. And for every 3 stacks of ingredients, you get 8 stacks of cookies in return. This is nearly a stack of bone meal from crafting cookies. So right here, I have a bunch of cookies. Gotta run it again because there's so many cookies. So right here, we got 18 bone meal. And we got nearly a stack in return. This is stupid that making cookies is more efficient. Finally, pumpkin pie is bone meal efficient. So sugarcane has a 50% chance to raise the composting level, but pumpkins a 65% chance. So if you compost a stack of the ingredients, you get 11.18 bone meal on average. But a pumpkin pie, 100% chance to get a compost level. But that's only 9.14 bone meal. And we can run these to confirm. Yeah, wow, we really low rolled on that. But yeah, we get 9 bone meal, and then this should be about 11. But this is not the only way to get sugar for the pumpkin pie. If you make a bee farm, and you craft sugar from the honey bottles, and then you combine those with pumpkins, it only takes about 6.26 bone meal worth to get 9.14 bone meal worth. So if you want to make a super laggy bee farm, a super laggy chicken farm, and a pumpkin farm to get bone meal, go ahead. But don't do that because it's more efficient to craft them into seeds. Because you get 12.2 bone meal per stack compared to 9.14 bone meal per stack. So anyways, that was a short video about composters and some dumb quirks I noticed. Thank you for watching and subscribe.